fastest show in sports.
The Sanders boys in the National Football League. We have to get down to this because in one weekend, I think they showed both why they don't deserve a chance at the National Football League and maybe why they do deserve a chance. First of all, let's take Shiloh Sanders. Shiloh Sanders was not actually going to be somebody who was an automatic to make the Tampa Bay Bucs roster in the first place. But he comes out, he throws a punch at a receiver afterwards, after the play is done, and he gets ejected for it. Next day, the Buccaneers release him. Now, to be fair, as we're taping this show, the Bucs could pick him up again. They just released him. They can bring him back in on a free agent contract if they want. But let's deal with Shiloh first. He's a marginal player to begin with, and immediately people are coming out and saying, well, the reason he got ejected was because he's Deion Sanders' kid, and it's a revenge factor for the National Football League, and the officials got it in for him. Will you people stop with this absolute, frightening, unbelievable, nonsensical bullshit? He basically showed that he does not have the wherewithal to be an NFL player, to control his emotions, to keep it in check. And if you do something like that in a game, you can cost your team. And he's not that good a player. He's okay, but he's not the type that a team is going to sacrifice for.
That's the key right there. You just said Shiloh Sanders is not Ndamukong Suh. He's not Bill Romanowski, who really did some awful things to some other people in the game, and they shouldn't have probably been able to continue playing. But their talent was so what I want to say.
Their talent was evident.
Am I frozen up on your side or just my side? Is this my side?
Yeah, no, you're frozen up on my side too. There you go. You're back.
Okay. So yeah, if I don't care if you're, Deion's son or anybody, if you're not that good and you're trying to make a roster, just keep your head down, your nose up, and do what they tell you to do, and don't do something stupid to get thrown out of a game or get penalized, get your team penalized. That they want you to be disciplined within those chaotic moments, because that's how you make a team. All right. So all I got to say is
the delineating line between being a good college player and being a good professional football player is not as thin as you might imagine. That's a pretty thick line a lot of times. And you got to toe that line, and you got to prove that you can be part of that exclusive club that is professional players in the National Football League. It's the height of the sport. If you can't control your emotions, if you do something stupid, a coach is going to look and say, if we're sitting down here and there's 8 seconds to go in a game and I got him do that on a 4th and long, and all of a sudden he gives the other team a first down because he throws a punch and gets kicked out of the game, I don't want him on my team. I can deal with any other guys out here who are just as talented. Yeah. Well, maybe not even they're just as talented, but I know they're going to play the system. That's what the NFL wants, Mike. You have to toe that line, and you have to be part of what they want. Shiloh Sanders is not. And let me just add this too. I wish him no ill will. If he goes out and gets picked up by a team, I hope he does. I hope he gets picked up by another team. I hope he comes out. I hope he proves everybody wrong. And I hope he makes a great National Football League career for himself. But if he doesn't, he screwed it up. It's his fault, not anybody else's.
Well, by the way, before we, this show could go viral. There's a lightning show right now in Panama. I've got all this crazy weather in the background. It's amazing. I mean, literally, I could die of a lightning strike right now on camera, and I think it would just be awesome for ratings.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. Do you have a broom somewhere that may have a metal handle?
Oh, you're trying to conduct lightning.
Well,
and that's scary.
You're the one who said it could be great for ratings if you get struck by lightning. So I'm just trying to. I'm helping you, Mike.
Are you seeing this behind me?
I'm just. You got lightning. Hey, come to South Florida sometime. I'll show you lightning, brother. You want to see lightning and storms?
Yeah. And then we go on to Shedeur.
Well, basically you come here.
Yeah, but basically you come up with this, just the good old boys, never meaning no harm. That's what happens when you end up being Deion Spawn. Come on, you guys are idiots. Like Shedeur Sanders, another guy. Shedeur Sanders, you have a bad game. what's that thing Coach K always says? Next play. We
Put it
if you
aside
worry
and go to
about
the
the play
next play.
before, whether you threw down a dunk or you've had an ugly turnover, it's the next play. It's the
Right.
next game. It's the next practice. Like the fact that I get it. When you're young, everything seems so like, if you've ever had a girlfriend break up with you as a young teen, you feel like your world is over. But at some point you realize, oh, okay, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I'm not gonna lose my NFL career in the preseason here. You are if you snivel and you have these little press conferences about like whatever happened. Like, shut up and just play.
Well, it's not even the press conferences themselves, it's the pouting. Because here he comes
Yeah.
into the last preseason game and he's not allowed to take snaps in the final drive because the coach wanted to do something else. What does he do? He shines for the cameras there. He pouts on the sidelines. He gets all upset. Then he pouts afterwards whatsoever. I'm with you. Shut up. Be a pro. Okay? You know what it's like to be a pro because your dad was one of the best football players of his generation. So you know what it takes to be a National Football League player. Stop with the nonsense. Stop with the arrogance. And just play the game. So you were out. Guess what? It looks like, and again, this is as we're taping this, Mike, it looks like he's going to make the team anyway, probably as a third string quarterback, because one's been traded,
Which is
one's
great.
out. Which is great.
Which
Good
is
for him.
great. Yeah, you're in
He
a
made it.
you're a couple snaps away from getting game action during the regular season, and or bad performance by someone, and all of a sudden, well, let's see what Shedor's got. Like, this is for a 6th-round draft choice. This is or 5th-round draft choice. This is a very good situation. I think Tom Brady came to camp as the number 3 or 4 quarterback. So I don't, look, just trust the process.
It's this
Don't
built-in
don't think
entitlement.
because you got, the whole idea that because your college career was accelerated because your father got you into a good situation. Good for you, and you looked wonderful and amazing. When I knew that Shedeur Sanders might be in trouble, really, like all the other stuff before, and I do think that there was some NFL collusion, and that I do think some teams just decided we're going to screw this kid somehow. But I think
I
by and
can't
large,
disagree.
I believe that Shedeur Sanders' career was in doubt this week when Urban Meyer came out and said, "This kid you got to play him. I build the whole team around." You should have seen his quote. It was one of the most. I'm going, if you got Urban Meyer endorsing you, run. I mean, I would
As
reject
quickly
that
as possible.
endorsement. That's like the Proud Boys, Enrique Tarrio endorsing us. Yeah, well, thanks, Enrique. Shut up.
The whole
Urban
thing
Meyer,
is,
shut up.
it to me, it comes down to the Sanders boys are just acting arrogant and entitled. And in the National Football League, more than any other sport, arrogant and entitled will not get you far. As a matter of fact, it will
Well,
get you fired in so many ways. Now, again, wait a minute. Let me back up. There are some
go.
players who are so supremely talented that they're going to be arrogant and be a little entitled because their talent will overcome the nonsense. Teams will give them a chance. And that's just the way the game works. Because look, the National Football League, the coaches and the owners, they're not in this to be nice. They're not in this to go, hey, come on, Shedeur, Deion's kid. We're going to bring you on in because we all liked Deion and we all loved it. No! The object here is to win games, win Super Bowls, and make boodles of money, which is what everything is about in the National Football League. And guess what, Shedeur? If you make the Browns, even if you toil as a third-string quarterback, as Mike just said, you're a couple of snaps away. Look, Joe Flacco is no spring chicken here. I mean, he's going to take a hit somewhere during the season, and he'll be out, and you got a backup in front of you. Oh, stop worrying about the rain. You're fine.
This lightning's getting close, Ed.
Ed, don't worry about it. You're fine. The lightning's getting close.
Right.
It's lightning getting close. It's Deion. Deion Sanders is in there. He's pushing the lightning towards you, Mike.
Oh, by the way, real quick.
Yeah.
Let's be this good old boys. I thought about it, but boys isn't something to call young black men. I mean, let's be. I know it's you can say it's PC or not, but I'm going to take back my boys because I think that sometimes people use boys and thugs, and it's code for young brothers that don't get it, and so I'm going to call them young men.
Well, I think thugs is one thing that's going a little too far, and we've talked about that before. But I think we
But I
call
mean,
them a couple.
you don't want to call a young black man a boy.
Would you call a young white boy a boy?
No,
Okay, what would you call them? Young men?
young man, yeah.
Okay, long as it.
I mean, it's like
fair
it'd be
on
one
both
thing if they're
sides.
like, oh, these are my. It's one thing if you say these are my boys. Hey, these are my boys. All right,
Okay,
you know. If they call themselves the Sanders boys, okay. But I don't know. Maybe it's too. Maybe you know what? I need to be unwokeified. And maybe I'm too woke.
I think you said it last week. The wokeness factor. You said something like that. You know, backwards
Yeah.
or backward woke or something like that. It all comes in. But
Yeah.
just to make sure that we're clear on this, people,
Yeah.
I again wish no ill will towards Shedeur Sanders. I've said it before. If he makes the team, good. If he becomes a star, excellent. If he makes a fortune, good for him. But if because of his actions and what he does and his abilities, good or bad, whatever it is, if he doesn't make the NFL and for whatever reason he gets bounced out, that's the game. It's just the way the game is played. And
Yeah.
while I believe that there are some National Football League teams who probably didn't pick him because they had some sort of an animus, I don't think there's a conspiracy factor here, and that's the thing that bothers me when people start throwing that out here. That's ridiculous.
Not just getting a little scared.
Hi, Nacho.
Not you okay?
Yeah, Nacho's okay. Yeah, Broder's down here. He's sleeping, so we'll
All right.
let
Okay.
him go. He's sleeping.
That's all, folks.